Hey tribe. So the next step in my personal journey was after I became objective about my life and I was able to see everything for what it was, and I had no connection to it from an emotional or expectation level. Uh, it was really powerful for me to start seeing things for what they are. The next step for me was then to start applying absolute gratitude. And when you start seeing everything for what it is, and you don't have that connection and expectation and emotion to it, I encouraged myself and I encourage you at that point to start noticing all the things you can be grateful for. Now, I've tried this in some of the coaching sessions where I've had conversations with people and saying to them, can you name something to be grateful for? And they cannot think of one thing. Not one thing. And that is because they are so overwhelmed by their circumstances at that time that it's almost impossible to see the wood from the trees. So it was really important. It is therefore so important for you to become neutral and objective about your situation before you can probably move forward. But if you do have the ability to see things or to notice things to be grateful for, start saying it, acknowledging it constantly. And what is interesting is how many people, it was really alarming when I was talking to people and they cannot mention one thing. They could not name one thing to be grateful for. People, if you've watched the videos up until now, you know how many times I go and I'm saying that I have got so many things to be grateful for, even when it's going shit. And I am blessed beyond so many other people, and therefore I'm really, really grateful. And like I am, thank you for the people in my life and for the universe and for so much. And at the end of the day, I think it really has to do with a perspective. So recently, I realized that when I'm looking at my life and my situation and my circumstances, or everybody really, it's so quick to view it from a perspective, and that becomes a narrative saying that potentially, let's use an example. My clients are not paying me when they promise me, and I am therefore don't see regular income. It's fucking my cash flow. There's times I have no money and I'm really stuck and vulnerable, and I need to ask people for money or whatever the case is, which is really terrible. But a different narrative to consider is, okay, I am possibly not working every day, and there's months that go by that I don't work either. However, it allows me the opportunity to buy my freedom, which allows me the opportunity to get up in the morning whenever I want, to do things whenever I want, to go and have a walk on the beach on a Wednesday morning and, and not having to sit in traffic. Suddenly, the same situation has a very different narrative because of a very different perspective. And I realized that it's so easy to then get caught up in the negative part of it. And now I'm in victim mentality and I'm not objective about my situation and I'm not choosing the direction that my narrative is going into. And now I'm stuck in this thing, which is shit. It's terrible. I don't want to be there. And for some reason, I this morning had a different flick. My switch flicked into a different perspective. I just decided, get out of my rut, go walk on the beach, which funny enough, I never do. Go walk on the beach. I had a cool conversation with Elise from the One Coffee kiosk, and it was just beautiful. And my day started in a very different way, and I just feel very different about things as well. So, what are the things I can be grateful for? My list is long. And I realized that if I can mention not just 3 things, come on, push yourself a little bit. Many people say just list 3 things every single night when you go to bed, and at least 3 things in the morning when you wake up. I'm like, come on, stretch yourself. At least 10 things. And there's 10 things I can list every single day that I'm so grateful for. But when I became grateful for, thank you for a roof over my head. Thank you for food in the cupboards. Thank you for all my senses. Thank you for a body that allows me to be mobile and active and do things. Thank you for an incredible brain. Thank you for a personality. Thank you for whatever the case is. The minute you go through this list of things, when you get to the next day of having to think about things to be grateful for, suddenly now you go like, oh, but I said that, there must be something else. And now suddenly the things you are grateful for, like the people in my life that support me. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for you, the viewers that are actually, watching my channel. And I have to add this here. There's been two situations or moments recently where I ran into people that I know that have said to me out of the blue, Ernst, thank you so much for your messaging and your channel. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability, and thank you for sharing the stuff that you're going through. Thank you for sharing the fact that you're a guy and you're sharing this vulnerability so openly with people, and the lessons that you go through. It really is awesome, and we are learning so much from it. That's happened to me a couple of times recently from just people that I didn't know of following my channel. And in that, the one friend turned around and said, believe it or not, your channel came up in conversation recently amongst a couple of my friends, and they were talking about your channel. And I was absolutely gobsmacked. Like, my following is still very small. But he mentioned that out of the blue, the channel came up from discussion. So thank you for that, And then I'm becoming grateful when the sun is shining on a day. Then I become grateful for the days that there is a cool breeze to cool me down. I'm grateful when a traffic light stays green and I don't have to stop. I'm grateful for a parking bay in a busy place in Cold Bay. It's the smallest things that I become grateful for. And before you know it, you're starting to resonate. I started to resonate in this frequency of gratitude. But you have to be aware of that, because it's quick when something shitty happens to me that I can go like, check, that shit happens again. But if you remind yourself of the gratitude every morning, every night, and then ultimately every moment in time when you are grateful for your car that's driving and it's not giving you problems, grateful for the smallest things, swiping your Pick n Pay shopper card and you get a 10 Rand discount on your purchase. Come on, man, that is just incredible. Those things are just magic. So once you become objective, you can become grateful. And I really encourage you to start listing the things. Journal at least. Write it down on a piece of paper. Put it somewhere. Verbalize it. The things that you can be grateful for. And if you can become grateful for these things in your life, it sets you up to start moving to the next thing that ultimately encourages you or requires you to take action. And that's going to be in my next episode. So, team, tribe, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you for the role that you all play in my life. And if you like and share your comment, I appreciate that. And thank you for spreading the love. And I'm sending you so much love and light as well.